Good morning to all attendees. Welcome to this webinar with Dr. Rajesh and another guest. I'm glad to see you here and I hope you will enjoy this time. I would like to invite to welcome our speakers who are Mr. Laszlo Kocso, our Crown Ambassador, first Crown Ambassador in Europe and the fastest Crown Ambassador of the DXN. Same, I would like to welcome Dr. Rajesh Savera, lifestyle physician, who has already visited also Sweden, and maybe you know him. And finally, I would like to welcome Mr. Ashar Mohammed, who is Executive Star Diamond, having highest status in Sweden. And finally, again, welcome all of you, attendees of today's webinar. The flow of the webinar will be as follows. At first, we will listen and watch video of Mr. Theo. Then Mr. Laszlo Kocso will speak. After him, Dr. Rajesh Savera will have his presentation. And finally, at the end, we'll send his message to you, Mr. Ashar Mohammed. Now, I would like to ask Mr. Giuseppe to play video of Mr. Theo.
Good morning, dear DXN. As you are aware, the outbreak of the COVID-19 has hit the world unprepared and unprecedented. In the sudden wake of these pandemics, many countries have started to impose local decree for quarantine and restriction of movement. In the coming days and weeks, there will be no doubt bringing further challenges, calling on all of us to be more adaptable, tolerant, and supportive as we continue to operate with the best intention of trying to get through this critical time. Of course, the well-being of our members, our colleagues, and their family members is of utmost importance to us. Our message to our valued members is simple. Please be rest assured that we from the management side are working at home. Some of our colleagues are working at the farms, the factories, and the office as the skeletal workforce to provide the essential support to the market, ensuring that there will be no major disruption in the daily operation. As at now, we do not encounter any interruption in the supply chain of our products throughout the world under the protection of our One World Market and One Dragon concept. On the marketing side, we shift our focus to do online marketing, e-commerce, using the social media platform, including Facebook, webinar for training and meeting. Please take preventive measures to avoid yourself from being infected by this COVID-19. This COVID-19 is undoubtedly a threat to our life, but at the same time, it is also a golden opportunity for us to promote the DXN products for prevention. As per the advice of our CEO, Dr. Lee, please promote to the market the recommended dosage of our products, including 6 pairs of RGGL, gel tablets of spirulina, coupled with a few cordyceps, lion's mane, and moringa will be most ideal. We hope that you will stay safe and healthy. Unless it is unavoidable, please do not go out and stay at home. Thank you.
Good morning, DXN. Good morning, everybody. Today, the situation is not easy. The situation is really special, but I have to say, I'm really excited because we are in the best place. We are in the DXN. So you have to know many direct selling company now has a problem because they focus only the cosmetics and the few food supplements. And now the cosmetics is not really fancy products and only few food supplements is working very well. But we are in the best place because the DXN has a healthy food. So many people ask me in this situation, Laszlo, how are you? How running your business? And I can answer, everything is amazing because every people drinks coffee inside the quarantine too. So of course, we have amazing products, the Ganoderma and the spirulina and the cordyceps and many others. So you have to know the DXN is a really stable company because the One Dragon concept. So we have our own factories, own plantation, and the factories is moving very well. And in Europe, every warehouse is full, and new shipment is coming. So we are really stable. But how can you more stable? If you use this opportunity, is you use this situation and develop yourself. You know, in my YouTube channel is a DXNMLM.com YouTube channel. It's available more than 300 different training videos. So you can use your time now. You are staying home and you can develop yourself. You can use these videos free. And of course, there's many others. DXN Leaders has their own YouTube channel. You can download the videos and you can develop yourself. And you can build your business online. You can build the global business because this is our system is a one word, one market. So you can build all over the world. Let's see. My example is you know, now I focus Sweden too because when we opened the market in Turkey, one of my Turkish leaders sponsoring the Iraqi ladies in Ankara, and this lady is really powerful, and she has a group all over the world, and she has good leaders in Sweden too. So develop yourself and build a global business. So you have to know this situation is, of course, is not good, but and you have to stay home, but you have to know this is not a holiday. So please use your time more efficiently and use this opportunity and build this business online. My main message for you today, don't worry about the current situation. Don't worry about the virus, but really worry about your action, your activity, because your today action can show your future bonus. So now I would like to show you how working my prevention. Maybe you know my story. It's about DXM Morenzi, and I drink this really amazing beverage more than 843 days. Every day, one bottle Morenzi. This is my prevention. And now, if you want to follow my story, if you know my stories, how working my Morinse prevention, you can follow my YouTube channel. It's a different YouTube channel. It's a daily Morinse YouTube channel. So today I want to use this opportunity to drink my today Morinse. Cheers. It's amazing drink. And so thank you so much for your listening. Stay home, stay safe, and work online. Good luck to you, and see you soon in Sweden. Goodbye. Thank you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Savera.
Yeah, good morning, Giuseppe. Who is going to translate for me? Ashar?
No, Mr. Ashar.
Okay, Mr. Ashar is going to translate for me. So, good morning, Sweden. I think so. Everybody is safe and sound. Ashar, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I think Ms. Zazana has just informed you that there is no need of translation at the moment because we arranged otherwise.
Oh, fantastic. So, I go with my own flow, then we can finish in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Fantastic. So, Ashar, this is very nice, you know, because that gives me the freedom to convey my message in my flow, you know. So, let me start. If you see the scene behind me, it's showing how the world has changed today because of a single virus. This virus, just a couple of months back, was, it is said that it began in Wuhan, China, from where it spread like wildfire across the world. But my question always remains, you know, even if there is a fire, you know, if you light a fire in a jungle, only the grass that is dry, that can burn, gets burned. If the trees are green, lush green, I don't think so the fire can spread. So usually this is the same with humans. If our immunity goes down, viruses like these can wipe off our whole colonies. And that is exactly what happened. Today we are facing a global pandemic is because not only that we are interconnected and we can spread the virus very easily, but the virus itself can affect us drastically. If you look at the way it is affecting, very easy to find out who it affects. It is said that this COVID-19 is very lethal for people who are old. That means at old age your immunity is low. Second, for children, because they also have an immunity low because their immunity is still building up. People who are suffering from chronic diseases like diabetes, high blood pressure, their immunity is low for sure. So that means it is something to do with the immunity. And that is why I have a very strong point here to put forth, that it is an alarm. It's a time for you to think, can I build my immunity? Because if you decide now, when things are already happened, then you think I build up today, it cannot happen. You have to build it up over a period of time. And that is why for 27 years, DXN has been telling this to the world, that please start taking these supplements. These supplements will build up immunity over a period of time, at least 2 capsules 3 times a day, if not at least 2 capsules once a day for a sustained period of time. That is how you build up an immunity. You cannot build up an immunity in 1 day or 2 days. So understanding this very important factor is the necessity today. And for me to explain you this in further detail, let me go back to another slide, which gives us a little promise and hope that things are not so bad. If you see the green, these are all, you can see the size comparisons of the viral attacks that we have gone through. And if you look at the green one, around 1918 to 1919, from the same influenza family that this coronavirus comes from, the Spanish flu was it. And in just 1 year, can you imagine, in just 1 year, 40 to 50 million people died? That is what is very, very dangerous. Now you see the power of a virus when it attacks us. It will attack specifically an organ, which basically it's the other way around. It is attacking us, but it's our body that is attacking back, and we go into a condition that is called as SARS, that's severe acute respiratory syndrome. This is very important. Severe acute respiratory syndrome. This is exactly what happens here also. In COVID also, you go into the same condition, and that is why your lungs, they get infected. Your immune system is active, wants to fight this up, cannot, is struggling. It can win, it can lose, but it gives its 100%. But in this process, all the inflammation, all the fluid collection, all these things, can you sustain the fight? That is the case. If you can sustain the fight and let the immune system fight back, people can recover. And today I heard Dr. Oz giving an update. And Dr. Oz is a very well-known physician. He's a kind of a celebrity physician in US, and he was giving an update that out of 100 people that were treated, 4 were very critical, 4 recovered with the medicines, and they were found that they were not able to infect anybody. But 92 people, yes, they were absolutely fine. They recovered very fast as soon as they were given drugs. That means the immunity, when given a little support, can really work wonders. So here, when you look at the Spanish flu, that was just 1 year. Then you go to HIV AIDS, 25 to 35 million from 1981, and it still continues. It doesn't mean HIV AIDS is gone from this earth. It's still there. There's no vaccine for it, but it's a kind of a condition you develop an immunity. Even in this COVID-19, we will develop a herd immunity over a period of time. And now the coronavirus has just begun. We will also develop our immunity. This is a knock for us. And what we are doing now is good. By staying in the home, we are trying to prevent its spread. But that is not the way it can happen. We will have to also make this good opportunity that staying in the home, we are also working out and building up a immunity. We are building up a strength. Okay, so how does that work? Let me tell you, these are the figures, and these figures, they are scary but promising too. Look at the number of cases the coronavirus have infected. This is a day before yesterday's figures, and if you look at it, almost 17,92,732 cases were reported, and deaths are around 1 lakh. So you can see almost for around 18 lakhs, 1 lakh is the death ratio. So, but you look at the people who have recovered, they are also amazing. So that means there is a chance for recovery. Now, let me explain you immunity in simple terms. And I have been, you can say, advocating this message from last 7-8 years around the globe. I strongly believe that what Dr. Lim said, that gynotherapy, that gynoderma or our supplements, they act on the body, and the body is what fights the disease. Our products don't directly fight the disease. It's through the body that we fight the disease. So this is very important, but you have to consider 2 factors in this. A healthy body and a healthy mind, they together play a very important role, and that's where you can have health. Now, for this, again, trace back, go. I'm giving you these pictures so that you have hope. Many a times in the history, we have gone through many pandemics, we have gone through many worse situations, but every time the strong have prevailed, human race has always moved ahead. We have never been gone low. That means there is always a chance for the good ones, the ones with the strong immune system, to push up and move up the ladder. Now, look at this picture that you see behind me. These are physicians, they are healers, they're very well connected with nature. They pick up herbs from nature, they use them And you see, every civilization had that. The African, the Chinese, the American, the Asian, they all knew that something from nature, it's going to be very useful for us to help us from, preventing us from different conditions or from curing us from different conditions. And we have a testimony for almost so many years. So somebody asked me, I think so in Mongolia, that there are other MLM companies which have research work for say around 100 years of research data, and they have so much product information. What does DXN have? DXN, I told them, very simple. We come with a 5,000-year-old history. We come about herbs that have been used from centuries, not with 100 years or 200 years. We're talking about use of herbs from centuries, and we have been using them into our practice. We have been using them into building up our immune system. So very, very important. Now, I think the screen has just popped up another picture, and this picture is one of my favorite pictures, because after having the wings, the bird can save itself, but only because it is ignorant, because it does not know. It will have to pay a price. And that is the same case with us. If you realize and you understand closely, this is exactly what is going to happen to us. We have the immunity, we have everything, we have our ability to fight anything, but only because of ignorance, we'll have to pay a price. So today, you need to understand, and that is why we are here to teach. We are here to promote not only products, but we are here to promote a lifestyle. Probably if there are somebody who's new and who's listening for the first time about DXN, you need to take this message, or if this message is being recorded, please understand, here we are here to pass on a very, very important message, that your body is a built immune system, has inbuilt immune system. This immune system is what protects you from the disease. No drugs, no medicine, no herb, nothing can protect you, only your immune system can. And you have to understand that there is a set of organs that work together. They are interlinked with each other, they communicate with each other, they support each other, and through them they protect you from any condition. So how does an immune system work, and how do we know that it is working? Basically, let's take an example. If you have a thorn pricking in your part of your leg or skin, you'll see that the immune system is triggered, and you see these 4 signs: pain, warmth, swelling, and redness. These are the typical signs. That means the immune system is already started to work. Now you look at this, okay? Many a times, every condition that we suffer from, you will always find these 4 symptoms in that. People suffer from pain, they have swelling, inflammation, they have warmth, the temperature going up. These are the signs of the immune system acting. But what do we do usually in these cases? We suppress them. If there is pain, we take a painkiller, suppress it. If there is swelling, we take some diuretic, suppress it. If there is warmth, we just take an antipyretic and suppress it. If there is inflammation, something, you take a steroid or something and just suppress it. So here everything is suppression, and at the end you train your immune system to get suppressed, and that's exactly what can happen. Now in COVID-19 also, when you have this infection, you're going to see these 4 signs and symptoms inside your lungs. You're going to have high grade temperature, you're going to have inflammation, you're going to have swelling, your lungs are going to fill with water, and most of the time 99% of the people die because of asphyxia, that is drowning in their own fluid collected in the lungs. So you understand how important it is to understand that you don't have to weaken your immune system, you have to strengthen it, and you have to do it over a period of time. Then where does things go wrong? It goes wrong in the way we have been living. What are we eating? What do we do? How, what kind of food you're putting inside? What kind of stuff you're putting inside your system? And when I show you these organs that are very, very important into the building of the immune system, you will understand how your food matters, what you do matters. So you're smoking, you're drinking, everything matters. They trigger an immune system, but then
7 o'clock.
It suppresses you down also. Now, again, a second thing I want to address is the difference between supplements that are medicinal supplements and then food supplements. Here I'm talking about food supplements. Okay, very, very clear. Medicinal supplements are those like vitamin C, vitamin D. They are individual supplements, iron, folic acid, omega-3, omega-6 fatty acids, all those things, they come into these medical supplements. They can actually alter your lab values, change, and you will feel good. But I'm talking about food proper supplement. These are superfoods that don't contain one element. They contain more than one. Like for example, Ganoderma contains 400 active nutrients. You look at spirulina, loaded with almost around 100 nutrients. So you see, all these are powerful nutrients, and you cannot compare them. So this is proper food what we are talking about. And your immune system, please put this picture in your mind always. This picture is the most important picture. Every time you should think, what is my immune system? It's my police that is maintaining law and order in my body, and my army that is helping me to prevent from any infections. So my army needs good ammunition, and ammunition for the cells, the immune cells, is good food, good nutrition. Okay, so this is very important, and the police need to be vigilant. They need to be watching, they need to be observing. So you need these two things. Now you'll understand what I'm trying to say. So when you move forward, you, in simple words, if you have to make this, how do I build up my immune system? Good nutrition, and make sure that you detoxify yourself. These two things makes it very, very clear, very easy, that you can detoxify and you can provide nutrition to your body, and you can build up your immune system. Now let me give you certain important organs, and all these organs are interrelated, and how DXN products can help build up your immune system. Like for example, this organ that you see behind me is kidneys. I think foremost, one of the most important set of organs that we have in our body, more important than the brain, your heart, and anything. That is why in my book, Secret of Immortality, I have mentioned how important it is. Why did our ancestors give extra importance to this small bean-shaped organ? Because it holds the key to your life. And it's in this, that if you can make this little pair of organs to live longer, you live longer. That's so simple. But what do? They actually filter your blood. They throw out all the toxins in the form of urine, and your body is continuously throwing out toxins in the form of urine, and it is working all the time. Is there any superfood that can help this? Yes, there are superfoods. Usually these superfoods are bitter tasted, and they have a kind of astringent taste. These are the tastes that you can find out that these foods directly act on your kidneys. And what else than the bitter mushroom Ganoderma? If you look at it, Ganoderma has an amazing property that can help in building up good kidneys. Now, kidneys is capped up with another organ called adrenal gland, which is responsible for a kind of a steroid effect that your body does in helping up the immunity. Whenever there is you can say an immune response, when there is inflammation, a backfire trigger happens to your adrenal glands, and they start secreting these kind of corticosteroids. They help in reducing the inflammation. While your immune system is fighting a condition and there is inflammation, immediately a kind of a steroid supply comes in to reduce the inflammation, and the fight continues. So it's a very good combination. So as I said, now these two organs, the kidneys and the adrenal gland, they too can be helped by our regular consumption of Ganoderma. And we in DXN, we have RG and GL. Okay, these RG and GL, both, if you have to in simple words say, detoxify and balancer. Okay, now these two, if you take even 2 capsules every day or 3 times a day for a period of time, you're surely building up your immune system. But the same capsule, if you take in a higher dose, can act as a booster, can help you in cleansing better. This is very, very important. Now, that means in this period, when we see things are there is a possibility of somebody getting infected who's already in the hospital, who's already infected, when there is water accumulation, inflammation, everything in your body. This at a high dose that we call mega dose, around 15-30 RGGs, can really help. So what it does, it builds up your immune system by protecting your kidneys, making sure that your kidneys function better. There are enough studies to prove how effective Ganoderma is on your kidneys. So let me move forward to another set of organs that are part of the immune system: the heart, the spleen, and the liver. Now, these three also play a very, very important role in your immune system. Now, what do? They are directly connected with your blood. Now, the heart pumps the blood, your spleen the recycles the blood, and your liver actually purifies or cleanses the blood. Now, all these three organs are very, very important and vital organs. And the most important thing about them, they are very closely related to the blood because they are directly responsible for the actions that they do on the blood. If the blood is more thicker, like if for a diabetic, the heart has to pump in extra, so heart gets weakened. When there is more death happening in your body, more hemolysis, more breakdown, your spleen has to work and work and work, then you get splenomegaly. If your liver, if your blood is very acidic and your liver has to keep on cleansing, the liver can get, that could be fatty liver, and then liver cirrhosis and all those things happening, which can happen over a period of time. That means the same stuff that they serve, if that thing is not right, it could damage their health. So what do we need? We need to take care of the blood if you need to take care of these three organs. And how do you do that? One, definitely with you taking RGGL through the kidneys, you purify all the water soluble toxins and they go out. But to maintain the alkalinity in the blood, to maintain the viscosity in the blood, you need something very strong and very powerful. And we have to consider one of our most powerful products here in DXN, and that is our spirulina. Now, why it is so effective, why we endorse our spirulina than the others is, it's like, why would somebody's food be better than somebody else's food? Is because the way he grows it, the way he cultivates it. Our technology of growing something is always like a natural approach. We don't do anything to it. We let it happen, we let our spirulina grow wild. So we are having the most amazing traits or the variant of spirulina. Now, spirulina can help in building up your blood alkalinity. It can help provide all the nutrients you need. It is rich in minerals, it is vitamins, it's a complete food. And that is why it becomes a very important food source for building up your immune system, because it directly helps all the three major organs. Moving forward, lungs. Now, the lungs are the seat of all the immune cells because it is loaded. If one organ has to face an attack every minute, every second, I must say, not in minute, every second, if there is an attack continuously happening to an organ, an internal organ in our body, is the lungs. Lungs is the only organ that is directly opening up to the air around us. So when I breathe all the toxins, I breathe in all the bacteria, viruses, fungus, and they directly go and hit my lungs. And if my alveoli, if my cells there, the immune cells, they are not strong enough, it can affect us. You see, many people have this common problem of common cold, cough, and all those things. Please be aware, these people should not go out now. If they get infected, it's a worse situation. People who are smokers have already reduced the immunity within the cells in your lungs. You are at a high risk. People suffering from any respiratory conditions like asthma or bronchitis or any, COPD, you should not go out. You're at high risk. You have to understand this. Now, here is the immune system. Why is it, if it's active, what is its purpose? Its purpose is to provide you with the first line of defense. Now, what does it require to build up a good immune system in your lungs? It's proven in history, and every civilization knew this. We have to understand your lungs is also the reservoir of water in your body. Like your kidneys, your lungs are also responsible in throwing out water, like urine from your kidneys and water vapor from your lungs. So when we speak, when we breathe out, we throw out water vapor. So that means that we need enough fluid, we need enough beverages, and that is why the secret to long health has always been beverages like tea, coffee. But the challenge is, how do we get the best once with a good combination, and that's where comes DXN. DXN is also known as a coffee company. We have a wide range of coffee blended with Ganoderma, blended with cocoa, blended with lion's mane mushroom, cordyceps mushrooms, amazing range. You can choose anyone, but drink a lot of fluids, especially in this period. If you were drinking 2 cups of coffee, make it 6, 3 times, everything 3 times in this period. Tea, drink as much as you can. Stop drinking water, drink more of tea, and make sure that you drink a lot so that your body has enough fluid. This fluid is very important to help in reducing inflammation when the body is fighting any condition. Okay, so see, when you have high grade fever, our tendency of not drinking water is there, but at that time to drink beverages is very important. So somebody having fever, make sure you give him 4 or 5 cups of coffee so that his water balance is maintained and his immune system is able to fight. And then we have a powerful food supplement, cordyceps. Cordyceps is amazing. There is enough study to prove how effective it is to improve your lung efficiency. Take in 2 capsules, 3 capsules, 4 capsules. Take in. People who are already suffering from lung disease, for them it is amazing. So make a choice. You have to. Then let's go to another set of organs that are responsible for your immunity. That is your nervous system. Now, both your autonomous and your voluntary nervous system, they both are responsible for your immunity. Now, when I say they are responsible, so especially people suffering from mental illness, could be even simple conditions like autism or mental retardation or even psychosis or stress, or could be personality split disorder, anything to do with your mental. If you are suffering from something like this, be sure that you should not go out. You are very susceptible for infections because your immune system is low. That is why we say children, their nervous system is still growing up. They're not yet matured, and that is why they are susceptible for infections. The old people, their immune system is low because by the time they get old, their nervous system also diminishes, deteriorates, and that is why they are susceptible for more infections. So immune system is very closely related to your nervous system. So here you have to understand that we have to even provide food and nutrition for our nervous system because they physically exist. And what is the good food for them? Virgin coconut oil, proven enough to show how effective it is to help your nervous system. And we have lion's mane mushroom, which is another powerful mushroom that helps in building up your immune cells, building up your immunity through your nervous system. So it has the regenerative power, and you can actually Google around and find more information about it. So lion's mane, there is enough video about me also talking about how effective it is and powerful it is, especially the nerve growth factor that it has. And this NGF can really help to even regenerate the damaged medullary sheath of the nerve cells, the axons. So yes, we have that, and you have to use it and make it a part of your diet and life. Then as we move forward, we realize that another set of system, a very important system, is your gut, your digestive system. And here we have now people are talking about the new fad words, the gut microbiome, and how the microbiome is like a fingerprint, and how it is one of your seat of intelligence for your immune system, how it helps in building up your immune system, is because in the gut there are every kind of bacteria, viruses, fungi which live in harmony with us, and we need to take care of them. So people suffering from irritable bowel syndrome, people suffering from any gut conditions like hyperacidity and all those things, be sure you are at high risk. You should not be taking any risk in this condition because your immune system is low. And how do you protect that? Exactly like the way Laszlo did. Fantastic if you could understand what Laszlo did. Laszlo just took a bottle and he drank it. That's how you take a fruit juice. You buy a fruit juice or guava juice or mango juice, apple juice. You don't take a 30 ml and 20 ml. This is exactly like that. It's a fruit juice. This fruit is Morinda citrifolia. You can drink it. You can drink 1/4 glass, half a glass, and good enough. But yes, it's a superfood, expensive fruit juice, but it is a very important juice that helps to reduce inflammation and maintain the gut harmony. It really helps to build up the immunity through your gut. Moving forward, you see that DXN is loaded with all the products, all products are meant to build up your immune system. And if you start actually just picking up products and trying them out, and choosing which one you like, which you don't like, making these combinations for yourself, you'll realize that you are actually technically starting to change your lifestyle. And as you're changing your lifestyle, you're building up your immunity. Now, that is all that we have been talking till today about how DXN helps to build up immunity through your body. But what about the mind? Remember, I told you mind and body, they're two important parts of the immune system. And mind, nobody talks about it. How do we take care of it? No idea, no clue. But that's where my discussion with Dr. Lim started. And Dr. Lim, after I started discussing with, I realized he was one of those Zen masters who has been practicing a kind of meditation technique that relaxes his mind, and that is why he is. I call him the billionaire Zen master, a Zen master who does it, who wants to, who owns a private jet. You might have read about the monk who sold his Ferrari, but I'm talking about the monk who bought a private jet. He is that kind of a person. He believes in reality, how to achieve things in life by not doing something with effort, but doing it effortlessly. Only when you do things effortlessly, you can achieve success. And that's the same with your immune system. If your immune system has to put in effort to fight, you might crush down. But if you have to understand, the immune system can work effortlessly, and it has to work effortlessly, only then it can protect you. So how does that happen? A simple technique called meditation. And meditation has been promoted by everybody since time memorable. People have been telling us that please spend some time with yourself, in prayers, in whatever kind, but please spend time with yourself. This is very, very important. Now, this is a therapeutic technique. It is nothing to do with any religion, nothing to do with anything. It is completely therapy. Like you have a massage therapy. This is a kind of a mind therapy. How do you do that? You have to make sure that your mind uh, relaxes itself. It shuts down for some time. It goes into the state of nothingness, and the practice is very effortless. It is just observing, observing your breath going in when your belly comes out, and observing your breath going out when your belly goes in. That's the way you observe, just observing, not taking in breath and leaving out breath, not like, no, that is yoga, that is exercise. We don't talk about that. We are talking about just observing with your eyes closed, breath going in, breath going out. That's it. We observe. The more you observe, the more you pay attention, you're watching. And when you watch yourself as a third person, you will be able to really bring about a drastic change in your immune system. Now, this concentration of breathing is like paying attention to yourself. When you pay attention to your breath, that's where the seat of your immunity lies. Remember, I told you the maximum number of immune cells, if they are loaded somewhere in some organ, it's your lungs. And so when you actually watch your breath going in, you're actually watching an organ. You're watching an organ inflate and deflate, and that is the main organ that is responsible for your immunity. But here is the magical touch that Dr. Lim added. Here he said that with his 50 years of practice, the only way you cannot calm your mind like this, just sit down and I think I want to calm my mind. I listening to the music, watching something, no, by singing. No. To calm down the mind, you have to calm down. Like when you take a car, you have to put it into the first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear. Okay, even if it's an automated car, they have an automated gearing system. Similarly, when you have to slow down the car, you have to go 4, 3, 2, 1, neutral. This is exactly how it is. And our minds are always moving forward. So how do you get it to reverse? By counting in a reverse order. So this is what Dr. Lim's technique comes into picture. He says, count every breath as a reverse order. So 9 to 0 is what you have to count. So breath going in, breath going out, 9. Breath going in, breath going out, 8. You keep on counting till you come 0. Now the fun here is it easy? No. It looks easy. Like many a time I tell people, is playing football easy? Oh, it looks very easy. Take a ball and you play with your foot. That's it. No, sir. When you go out on the stadium or when you start playing, you realize it is not easy. And the same is exactly with the mind. When you start doing this, it looks very easy, but it needs practice, practice, practice. And it needs a lot of practice. Give me 1 minute. I have an issue here. I will turn off my screen. Okay, so the idea here is okay, guys, can you hear me? Okay, so the idea here is that when you breathe in and you breathe out, when you breathe in, breathe out, you have to just observe. Keep your observation. That is the key. If you observe, you develop a particular kind of, you can say, 1 minute. Yeah, when you observe, you will realize that you will develop a particular kind of thoughts coming in your mind. You will have these thoughts coming in, the good thoughts, the bad thoughts. These thoughts would be some disturbing you, some not disturbing you. So you have to understand that these thoughts are very important. Yeah, I'm back. So some technical issue. We are back. So these thoughts, they come, they disturb you, but you don't have to be bothered with a good thought or bad thought. Just leave them. Just leave them and move on. Observe your breath. Observe your breath. Then you bring about a balance within you. This balance is very important. When you bring balance, that's when your immunity is actually getting ready. Because only when you're ready to shoot. If you're moving around, you cannot shoot. You have to be in complete balance to shoot. And when you are in balance and you are focused, you can shoot. Your immune system within your body, if there is no disease, nothing, and everything has been maintained well, there is no chance. Even if a bacteria, virus, fungus, anything comes up, our immune system is strong enough to fight back. And that's what we have been teaching people. Please practice this. So this mindfulness practice that Dr. Lim has been teaching us is called as shunya. That means nothing. It's like reset button. It's like before standing on the weighing scale, making sure that the weighing scale measures 0. This is what we teach in shunya. Shunya means to make your mind clear of everything before you start doing that. And it's a very important part of your immune system. Now, how do I know if I have a good immune system or good immunity? Simple. 6 points, remember. Energy, the first one. Grade yourself. Rate yourself on a 1 to 10 score. Okay, 1 being the weak thing that you don't have good energy, and 10 being the highest that you have good energy. Now rate yourself. When you find out that if you have good energy, that means you have a strong immune system. If you have low energy, then you have a weak immune system. And you look at the people around, they are half fatigued, tired. That means they are already low immune system. Appetite. If your appetite is good, you can digest food, no gut problems, no gut complaints. You're having motions every day, everything is fine. That means you have a good immune system. But if you're suffering and have gut problems and gut issues and irregular bowels and all those things, that means you have a weakened immune system. Check for yourself. Identify these markers, to find out how good is your immune system. Look at your stamina. How good is your stamina or how bad it is? You can find out for yourself. And then you have to understand what you have to do to build it up. Take good supplements. Then look at endurance. Can you endure? Like in shunya practice, we always tell people to sit down for 15 minutes. People cannot sit for 15 minutes. Can you imagine? They cannot even endure 15 minutes. We tell them not to move. So when they practice, when you tell them for 15 minutes, just observe the breath from 99 to 0, somebody will be scratching here, somebody will be doing this, somebody will be doing this. They cannot sit for 15 minutes in complete stillness. That is why I say 99% people cannot practice shunya on the first go. It's impossible. And that is why you don't have 99% of the people successful in life, because that's the state of the mind. So endurance is one of the very important things that you have to use to find out whether your immune system is good. Then move forward to libido. Find out for yourself. How is your vitality? How is this life feeling within you? And then you'll realize that yes, my immunity is good or is it weak? And then you have to start working towards building it up. These are the factors you have to build. Sleep, come on, sleep has been disturbed for so many people. The number of people popping sleeping pills is on a rise, and especially in the lockdown period, I have seen people not able to sleep. There's so much because they are not even working physically, also not getting tired, and mentally they are so much worried that they are not able to sleep. Can you imagine? That means they have a weakened immune system. If your immune system is fantastic, you can sleep. Exactly like if I am staying in the society, if I have a strong watchman, I have a strong security system, I will sleep like a baby. But if my security guards are not good, they are nobody around, you think if there is something like that, I will be able to sleep like your body. If your immune system is weak, you will not be able to sleep. And that is why we say your sleeping patterns also decide your immune system. Then you have to understand our ancestors have given us one simple message. Now this picture of these emperors, these emperors are holding a mushroom in their hand, and that is definitely a Ganoderma mushroom. Now why did they hold a mushroom? A message very clear and sound to us, that if an enemy is from nature, you know if there are humans where we have to fight, we need a sword, we need a gun, because that's how you kill the humans. But if there is something coming from nature, you cannot see, you cannot do anything, you will need a weapon that comes from nature itself. And that's why they used, and they knew this, and they knew that the weapon that we have right now is Ganoderma, and they used it as a powerful food supplement to protect themselves and to boost up their immune system. And the same is what Dr. Lim has given us. We have been fortunate that Dr. Lim has provided us with a powerful food supplement like Ganoderma, spirulina, morinzi, so many things through DXN, a fantastic method to give us something that is natural. And especially these superfoods are going to be the need of the future. The future is all about superfoods. So while you enjoy your food for your taste, but you will need these superfoods to build up your immune system and your immunity. So consider this situation as a alarm, as a knock on your door, that this is the time. People who don't want to care, who don't want to listen, it's okay. I see myself, now I'm almost 44, and when I look at my friends, they're all aged up and they work, but look at the vitality. They have nothing. We have so much to do. We have still just started our lives. We have lots of things to do. We need to protect ourselves. We need to be healthy. We need to be taking care of your body. Without taking care of the body and the mind, forget you experiencing the real essence of life. And so here, this is my message to you, a prescription of health and vitality, a prescription to boost up your immune system, prescription to boost up your health, even in these situations. And the simple thing is, all these organs, they're all interlinked, and we have all these products, which again, many people ask, why should we consider taking all of them? Because all these products are also interlinked. With time, start with one, but move on to everyone. And that's how you build up your immune system. So I want to stop here. I don't want to take much time, and just wanted to pass this important message around, that in DXN, we still are very hopeful for great times to come. And it is much more a need now for everybody who's associated with DXN to go out in people and take it as a responsibility to serve mankind by educating them. Some people will agree, some people will disagree, some people will join, some people will not join, some people buy a product, some people will not buy a product. That doesn't matter. You need to do your duty. Exactly like what Dr. Lim tells us about the mango theory. The mango tree comes, the farmer grows the tree, he takes care of it, waters it. If during the flowering time, the whole tree is loaded with flower, he doesn't get happy. Those are just prospects. Then half of them, when the wind comes, rain comes, almost 70-80% fall, all the flowers fall down. Then 30% or something remain. From that, they all become small little mangoes. And these, again, the farmer doesn't get happy because he knows they are just a new star agents or star rubies. And then when the wind comes, rain comes, half of them fall. Only 10% survive, and then those turn into good mangoes. He is worried about the ones that remain hooked up to the tree and they grow big in size. And that's what we have to understand. This is the law of nature. Okay, and when you understand this, you will realize your job is just go out prospecting. Who joins, who doesn't join, but every time you prospect, you're a teacher, you're teaching something, and it is going to be useful for somebody for sure sometime in their life. Okay, so thank you so much for listening. I'm sure we can take in the questions some other day. I don't think there is any question for these simple presentations. Ashar, you have any questions?
No, sir, thank you.
Yeah, I hope the message was simple and clear.
Absolutely. It was amazing as always.
Yeah,
It
so,
was
so
very
thank you so
informative.
much. Take care.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, okay, bye-bye. Namaste.
Bye-bye. So hello, everyone. Let me just open my webcam. So first of all, once again, I would like to thank Mr. Laszlo Kocso and Dr. Rajesh, who has always been my teachers from the start and always being there to guide me. So continuing with my topic for today, which is why the home business opportunity was my best choice. Following traditional trends as most of us do, I went to school, college, university, making sure to have a secure, economical, and financially stable future. But I was not aware that my degree will be useless in front of employment's financial crisis. So I have lost my job once a manager, losing all my incentives and a big salary, but I didn't give up and worked even harder. But then I lost my job again for the second time. And for the third time, when I started again, I worked even harder all the way up as an area manager. But unluckily, one has to do a job to survive. So I got a job again. But now I was very insecure. I was 32 and I was in big stress from the thought that what if it happens again and I lose my job again. So I wanted something stable, something I can rely on even if I was on vacation or busy with my kids. So that was the time I got introduced to network marketing, which is which a business that was introduced to me as a work from home to a global business opportunity. So the more I studied about it, the more promising it looked to me. I saw the opportunity it could offer me, like health, travel, social life, charity, financial stability, and leverage income. So I had the dedication, focus, mindset, discipline, and consistency. So I quickly learned this business and start practicing and implementing it. And I have been using these skills to this day to make my future stable with all the opportunities this business offered. And now, after 4 years, it happened again. As all of you know, due to the pandemic crisis, my employment in Arlanda, Stockholm was temporarily closed, and we were forced to sit home. Maybe we can even lose our job. But only this time, I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not depressed like the last three times. Because thankfully and luckily, the opportunity I took 4 years ago became my lean back station. It became my savior. I'm earning from this opportunity enough to not rely on work so much. I can even pay my bills, buy grocery, and support my family. And at the moment of lockdown, that is more than enough for me. I am so thankful to myself that I took this decision 4 years ago. and worked really hard to make it work and income generating. Like any other work, it takes consistency, discipline, dedication, and the most important thing is positivity. But 4 years ago, when I was introduced to the opportunity, I was very keen to choose the right company for me. And after intensive research, I chose DXN because it was a unique and highly competitive network marketing company in the world. So I will go through some points which attracted me, and now after 4 years, I have really experienced the features of DXN in my life as the benefits it gave to me as a home income based earning opportunity. So the number one feature was joining option was free, plus the range of products mentioned in the starter kits was very usable. I could just change the brand of products I was really using. So which means there was no extra investment. Number two, what attracted me was it was very low cost as compared to other products because the quality of the products and the health benefits that it has compared to that, it was very low in cost. Number three, there are more than 80 DXN products, which these the best part is similar products of other brands are being used. So in order to be part of business, one has to just simply replace their usual brands to DXN product. These products range from like wellness to beverage to skin, body care, and even cosmetics. Four, it gave me low monthly points and coupled with affordable cost to maintain the required PV per month to qualify for the bonus. So I saw no front loading. Number five, products have benefit thousands of people worldwide, including my dad who came out of cancer and my mom who came out of arthritis. Plus, I saw endless testimonials around the world. Number six, DXN has their offices in more than 50 countries in all the continents, and the products are going to 150 countries or even more than that. So even if there's no office, products are going. Number seven, in every country there are more than 6 offices, and in some countries like Pakistan, there are more than 10 offices. Number seven, 7 million members worldwide, now almost 8 million, and increasing. So DXN was established in 1993, more than 25 years in business, with a very profitable past. So of course, I would join this company. I will join the Incline Economical Index. Number 10, no demotion of status, which really inspired me as I had seen a lot of downfalls in my economic career. 11, products have international and independent certifications, which was really important for us living in Europe. And through it, we could build international respect. Number 12, with a single membership number, I could use the number around the world to buy or recruit partners. Number 13, products can be purchased by all categories of jobbers from low to high income. And last but not least, products are directly related to wellness, which is the trend and need of the people. Especially now, it's critical to boost your immune system, like Dr. Rajesh said, to make your body strong and make itself strong enough to create a shield against bacteria, germs, or viruses. So with the above strengths, I was sure DXN is big and has made its mark in the world. And that's why it has become number 15 direct selling company in the world. So now is the time that you get the health and financial freedom from it. So how can you become successful? Well, this is what I'm doing for 4 years every day. Number one, I use and share all the products, learn about the products, become a professional networker by learning how to do the business, learning to prospect, which is the most important thing, a very important part of your growth, followed by duplication, and invest time in your personal growth, become a leader and develop leaders in your team. Five, I really recommend from the testimonials of my journey to everyone who is waiting to take the decision. whose employment is affected by the pandemic or lockdown, but it's still not late, because you never know if we might face the same situation again in future as I did. So God forbid, but the reality is that due to global warming, ice is melting and old age bacteria and viruses are coming back to life, and our science is still not ready for it. But we can make our immune system ready. Like Dr. Rajesh said, it's not a quick solution. You have to make it, prepare in a long term, right? So please use the organotherapy to make your immune system strong, make it ready to fight, work on a home-based global business opportunity. Good luck, become your greater version. Being healthy is your birthright. Thank you so much.
Dear Ashar, thank you very much for this message to Swedish members. We are not very many today in this session, but I think that all who came could enjoy this meeting. So thank you to Mr. Laszlo, thank you to Dr. Rajesh, and thank you again to you, Ashar. And I wish a nice day to all attendees and enjoy their day and their life with DXN. Goodbye.